later on this evening. So let's go ahead and get to it. This morning it's quiet. We do have a few clouds across the area, lots of moisture in the air. You'll feel that as you step out the door this morning. Our current air temperature 71 degrees, but our dew points at 67. So again, dew points start getting up there in the 60s and 70s. It's a lot of moisture in the air to work with. Right now those air temperatures are ranging from the mid 60s to those low 70s, even a few up mid 70s down towards McAllister this morning. But again, it's about 71 or 71 rather here in Tulsa to start the day off. Your dew points are ranging the low 60s up towards the far northeastern corner, and then down towards the southwest we're seeing some of those low 70s already down towards Norman and even close to Oklahoma City. We're seeing a little bit of those dew points now up in the low 70s. So a lot of moisture to work with later on today. You start to add in the heat too. We'll see some sunshine, and all of that is just a catalyst for these storms to develop this afternoon and evening. The threat for severe weather, we're up to a moderate risk still under pretty much the center here of Oklahoma, right around that I-35 corridor, now extending all the way south towards the Oklahoma and Texas border. In Tulsa, we're under an enhanced risk and then a slight risk as we make our way towards the far eastern counties later on this afternoon and evening. So let's watch it on your future track. It's a quiet day out there for the most part. You start to get some sunshine though in the afternoon hours, and then as we make our way into about 5:30, we start to see a few of these supercells. These could be supercells that are starting to pop up just ahead of the dry line by about 5:30, closer to that I-35 corridor then at that point. Making our way into about 8 o'clock, we see some of these storms then starting to move up towards the northeast, and then you watch down to the southwest rather by 8 o'clock. This will start to move in up towards parts of green country. With this, we could be seeing some very large hail, some very gusty winds out ahead of it. Same goes again for up to the north, and then this just continues to move through, becomes a little bit more widespread, you notice as well, as we make our way into about that 10 o'clock hour tonight. And these storms still kind of hanging on until about midnight. It really isn't until about midnight that we start to see them move off towards parts of Missouri and Arkansas, and then they start to lose intensity a bit as they push to the east. So as these start to develop, watch those, especially the ones out towards the far western counties, because as those start to pop, we'll look for those supercells, real distinct little supercells that'll start to develop out west this afternoon. All right, looking at the severe threat, it's going to be hail, wind, also tornadoes, really those highest threats for us as these storms develop. Flooding, really not a big risk for us out there as these storms move on through. Your highs today are going to be in the 80s. It's going to be a pretty warm day overall, so make sure you dress the kids not in a jacket, in the short sleeves and t-shirt as they make their way out the door because they're going to be looking for those pretty warm conditions today. Same goes for tomorrow, and we could be seeing some storms hanging around tomorrow as well. That dry line not quite pushing out of here by tomorrow.